So you find yourself running and gunning around with a mirrorless camera or a small SLR, and you need to find a good support system that lets you be mobile and not weigh you down when you're kind of jumping around. And this is actually a really, really important thing, especially if you are in a situation where you're doing a lot of travel stuff, or you just need to have the flexibility to move fast but still deliver really good footage. And if you find yourself in that type of situation, you might consider taking a look at this. This is a SmallRig CH20 video head with a leveling base, which is actually something I would never expect to see in something this small. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, why it's so important. But really, the first thing you got to do when you look at this is you have to talk about just the absolute awesomely compact size this thing gets in. This thing is only 12.3 ounces, and it breaks down extremely compact. You can see just how tiny I can break this back. What this means is this means that you can have a little fluid head for your camera that you can easily throw in luggage or glove compartment, even a pocket if you're out running around. So it's really one of those things that's just so convenient to have. You really can throw it pretty much anywhere you want. Now, just because this thing is small does not mean that it is wimpy. It's one of the best things about this, in my opinion. This thing has a load capacity of 8.8 pounds, which means you can take a small mirrorless camera or even an SLR like this. I've got an old 5D Mark IV here with a zoom lens on it, and it can hold the weight. The other good thing about it is if you are one of those people that has a lot of DJI Ronins and stuff, it has an Arca Swiss plate that comes with it. So what's great is you can see I can throw this camera, even though it's a little bit bigger for something this size, I can drop it right in, which is a drop in is really nice. I can tighten it, and you will see it is on there, no problem. It can easily handle the weight of this without any issue. Now, the real standout feature of this thing is not just the head itself, but it is the fact that it has a bowl base for quick leveling. Now, if you've never used a bowl base before, it is something that once you start setting it up will make a huge difference in your life. I literally have one on every tripod that I have. It doesn't matter the size. I've never seen one this small that works so well. And as you can see, you have this plus and 10 minus degree difference. And why this is really important is so many times when you're going, especially for something like this, when you're running fast, you'll put your tripod down and something's not going to be quite level. What you don't want to be is you don't want to be in a situation where you got your camera there, you're moving quick, you got to start adjusting legs to get the thing level. This is great. You literally have one dial. You can just get it in there, dial it in perfectly the way it needs to be, and now your camera is going to be level and good to go. Now, once you get your camera level, you're going to want to control it. And what's nice is this thing, even though it breaks down super small, does have a telescoping arm to give you this nice control. And the good thing about this arm too, just like any other real tripod arm you want, you can control the angle. You can actually flip it around all the way if you are a left-handed shooter and need to have it that way, which is really, really nice. And it's got really, really nice fluid controls. You can see it's got a really nice tilt and pan action, and it's just a really smooth shot. And this is really important when you have this kind of head, because one of the main things you want to get is to get that smooth movements. And this just gives you a really, really great sense of movement, even if I have a bigger camera on here like this 5D Mark IV. And just in case you're wondering, you can tilt this thing 90 degrees to the front, or you can do a 55-degree angle to the back. And if for some reason you want to point straight up, just take the camera, flip it around, and you can point straight up. So that's a really, really nice set of range. And what's also really, really cool, if you look around the base, it actually has a 360-degree panoramic ruler. So if you need to do panoramic shots or you're trying to do stitching, this is a really, really fantastic way to go out there and figure that out. Now, it does have a couple other cool little features that I do want to point out just as I go in there if you're thinking about it. The first thing is, if you look here, it's actually got a hidden Allen wrench compartment, and I can pull this around the back. It's actually got a magnet in the back, so you have an Allen wrench in case you need to tighten anything up. It's with you right in the field, and then you can put it right back in there and it snips right back in. It's super helpful. The other thing that this comes with that I thought was actually a really cool little thing, it has a 3/8 space, but it does come with a 1/4-inch adapter. So if I take this 1/4-inch adapter in there, and now once I get this 1/4-inch adapter on there, I can show you how I like to use this. I'll basically get rid of my tripod right here, and I'm going to pull in a monopod, which is somewhere that I think this thing would absolutely shine. So you can see here, I'll put it on my monopod super fast, and boom. Now I've got a super quick, very, very discreet run and gun travel type situation. And if you ever do a lot of travel shooting, you'll be in a lot of places won't let you take tripods in there, but they will let you take monopods. And what this lets me do, it lets me have the flexibility of a monopod, but I can still get these really, really great cinematic moves even on a monopod. And I love how unbelievably small that is. No one's gonna get mad at me if I walk in a place with this type of configuration in the head. Anyway, guys, so if you're looking for a small head that packs a big punch, go ahead and look at this little SmallRig CH20. It might be the exact thing that you've been looking for. Anyway, guys, love to hear what you have to say with this. Leave me any notes and comments down below. And yeah, go out there, keep on shooting. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.